All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Danielle K. Howell, your mompreneur on a mission. Why do I call myself a mompreneur on a mission? Because I'm a mom. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to help you learn how to market your business online. I'm on a mission to help you earn six figures this year. I'm on a mission to help you earn a six-figure income in your business so that you can stay home with your kids, so that you can work primarily from home, so that you can quit that job, so you can have more freedom, so that you can have more time, so that you can do the things that you love to do, as opposed to trading your time for money, as so many of us have done, still are doing. I remember when I was finally able to quit my job, and it's been almost 2 years, and it's been a remarkable journey, and I wouldn't change it for a thing. There's been some ups, there's been some downs, there's been some, all around. But the bottom line is this: I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about entrepreneurship. I've learned so much about the home-based business industry. I've learned so much about marketing. I've learned so much about online marketing, network marketing, you name it, I've learned it. Because before that, I was struggling. In network marketing for a very long time. For 15 years I was in network marketing, not really making any money, not building a team, just barely surviving the grind, right? Working my job, coming home, trying to do the home parties, which I had stopped a long time ago. I wasn't doing home parties for 15 years, no way. But I did it for a good couple of years, right? And then after that, I just got burnt out and stopped doing that. I still have my faithful customers that would buy my products. And that was it, making, a couple of pennies a month, and not really knowing the benefit of network marketing, not really truly understanding that network marketing could be my gateway to freedom. I really never understood it. I never thought about, the residual income that I could create for myself if I continue to build my team, if I continue to be consistent, if I continue to walk the walk and talk the talk, right? If I continue to do those things, the victory that I could accomplish, right? But it just never happened. It never happened. And, I just stayed and I shuffled around at my job, and I, was miserable. I hated, Sunday nights, because I knew that eventually Monday morning would be here, as we have Monday morning right now, right? It's about 10 o'clock Monday morning. But now things are just totally different. I don't hate waking up in the morning. I thank God. I'm grateful. I'm doing my happy dance every morning. Sometimes I get to sleep a little later. Some days I just sit in my meditation and I just create, right? Create from a space for my home business, right? I'm always in the creative space. How can I grow my business? How can I reach more people, right? If my goal is to help 1,000 people, how can I reach more people? So, I've narrowed that down to about 90 people a month, right? So far I'm up to about 70, right, which is great, which is awesome. And so this is probably the thing that you're thinking about. How can I reach more people? How can I grow my business? How can I get my message out there? And, we all fall short. There is no right or wrong way, right? There is no one way fits all, because there are many ways to reach people, especially if you're on the Internet. There are many, many ways to reach people, and it's only about doing things in a certain way. It's only about using the way that you feel comfortable, right? I would definitely pick 2 or 3 ways, right, because there are many ways, but I would pick a good 2 or 3 ways. Maybe using blogging as one way, because I know blogging keeps your content on the Internet for a very long time, and it reaches your target market with feedback. It reaches them with a certain level of authenticity. It reaches them by you using your message, your voice, your personality, your message of freedom, your message of marketing, whatever your message is. It uses that message and it creates a connection with your audience, right? So blogging definitely is one way to reach your target market. Another way could be social media. Now, social media is big, right? But I wouldn't say, try to be on every social media because there's not enough time in a day. Because if you're on social media, you have to post at least 3 to 4 times a day to be effective, right? You have to have that consistency. And that's what we're going to talk about today, consistency. So when you use a social media platform, so let's just say either Facebook on it or Instagram, and I like those two because those are the two that I use, primarily Instagram. I'm on Facebook as well. But you want to use your platform to speak to your target market, to speak to your audience, to speak to your followers, to speak to your fans, right? You want to use that platform, and you want to use it and post on there at least 3 to 4 times a day. Because when you do that, your feed is always rolling, right? If you ever scroll on Facebook or Instagram, you'll notice that, you'll see your Facebook post, or you'll see your friends' post, and then you won't see them for a while until someone comments on that post, until someone likes that post, until someone shares that post or repost that post, what we do on Instagram. Then you'll see it again. It comes back up. It comes back up to the top, right? So that's why posting 3 to 4 times a day really puts your content out there, and you're connecting to a point where you are in front of your audience all the time. Now, I said you need 3 things, right? You need social media, you need a blog, and guess what? You need to be doing something every week, maybe a conference call, maybe a video, right? I always tell my clients and the people that started with me to do a video every week, right? I did a call last week about the power of video. But you want to do something that you can connect on a weekly basis, something like how I'm doing right now, a conference call. I also do a webinar, right, work from home webinar every Wednesday. So something you want to do that connects, and it doesn't matter if you don't have a big audience. You're probably like, well, Danielle, how am I going to do that if I don't even have anybody? Believe me, you put a message out on Facebook or Instagram or on your blog, and you say that I'm having a conference call at such and such a time. I'm going to be talking about such and such a thing. I have a friend, a business partner of mine. He does a Science of Getting Rich call every week. And he only got that idea because my team, we've been doing a book club every single week, right? And the book that we were talking about last month, we read The Science of Getting Rich as a team. So we discussed it and we dissected it and we told our point of view about it. And he was so pumped up about those calls that we did every week. And those were actual webinars. We were able to see each other and, comment and really, really dive into a book club. And it was such a great thing to do. And we do it every Wednesday night, right? And, if you've ever been part of a book club, I've never been a part of a book club before. So this was kind of my first exposure to a book club. And not only was it a book club, most people you have to meet inside of your living room or, have a cup of coffee and maybe some, tea biscuits. I don't know because I've never done a book club, but I've seen it on TV and on the movies. But our book club, you can have your cup of coffee, you can have your tea, right, but you're in your own home, right, you're in your own home, and we do it via the Internet live, which is so cool. Some people dial in because they can't, dial in, they can't be seen on the webinar, so they dial in. Maybe they're still at work or they're busy, but they're not too busy to listen in, to chime in, and to give their testimonies of what breakthroughs they've had by reading the chapters of the book. So one of the books that we really dove into was The Science of Getting Rich. So my business partner, one of my team members, the business partners, he started a phone call every morning. He lives on the West Coast. He lives in California. So it's about 11 o'clock, I believe 11 o'clock Eastern. I don't know exactly what time. But he has this book club that he does every single week, and he dissects the book. So that's something that you could do. Think about what niche you're in, right? Think about who your market is. Think about what it is that you can offer them. What about having a check-in call, a health and wellness call, a beauty call, right? Where you are doing a webinar or you're doing a tutorial on a video or you are doing something like this of a call, right? A call, a phone call, where people are actually listening in. Maybe you can have it live where, people are chiming in on this call right now. It's only in lecture mode, so they can't speak, but you can have it open. You can have an open call, and you all can discuss, beauty tips. You can discuss health tips. You can discuss anything, because there are people out there who want what you are offering. You just have to get yourself out in the marketplace. So those are the three things that you need to be successful online. Those are the three things. So let's recap. You need a blog. You need to do something weekly, and you need to have a social media presence, right? So those three things mixed with consistency, and that is a big, big word. That is a big word, my friend, consistency, because a lot of people start things, and I'm guilty of it. I raise my hand. Raise your hand right now if you're on this call and you are guilty of not being consistent, right? If you are guilty, I want you to say, yes, I'm guilty of not being consistent. But right now, I also want you to say, yes, I commit to being consistent from now on. From today on, I commit to being consistent. I commit to blogging every day. I commit to doing something weekly for my followers, even if I don't have any followers, for the followers that I'm going to gain. When I first started this call, it used to be a motivational call. I started when I first started my business. First started my business, right? Because why? Because in our industry, in our company, the owner, David Wood, he told us you got to do something weekly for your list. I didn't know what any of that meant, right? I didn't know, so I just started following the leader. Most of you guys are not following the leaders, right? Just follow the leader. Follow what you see your leaders in this space are doing. Follow them. And guess what? Be consistent. Guess what? You will start to get results. Guess what? You will become successful. And guess what? You'll be making more money than you ever thought before in your life. Guess what? Because when you are consistent, when you are reaching your target audience, when you are doing things out of the norm, right? It's only the things that are out of the norm that are going to make you successful. If you are doing the things that normal people are doing, my friend, then you have to do things differently. Do things differently. If you are doing what everybody else is doing and they are failing, then you want to switch that. You want to turn that normal switch off. Turn the normal switch off and turn on the abnormal switch. Turn on the weird switch. Turn on the I am going to do what it takes no matter what switch. Turn on that abundant switch. Turn on that prosperity switch. Turn on that rich switch. Start thinking like a rich person. Start behaving like a rich person. Start behaving like someone who is a leader. Start behaving like someone who knows what they're doing, even if you don't have all the pieces of the puzzle put together. It doesn't matter, because what happens is this. The more you do the things that you say you're going to do, the more you start to follow the leader, the more you start to blog, the more you start to post on your social media platforms, the more you start to do something weekly, the more people will be attracted to you. And guess what? You'll start to build your list. You'll start to get more emails. You'll start to get more engagement. You'll start to have people following you. People will start to message you. People will start to give you phone calls. People will start to send you emails. I'm telling you, because I see it. I live it. When I first started my business, I was very inconsistent. Why? Because I didn't know what to do. Well, I told myself I didn't know what to do, right? Those are one of the foes, forces of evil, right, that we talk about. What are the forces of evil? Forces of evil are convincing yourself that you don't know what to do, right? Your mindset. Your mindset can be a force of evil. Your mindset can make you go into a place of poverty. Your mindset can take you into a place from abundance to a place of frustration, right? Your mindset can tell you, oh my gosh, I can't afford it. Your mindset is going to tell you, I don't know what to do. Your mindset is going to tell you, I'm confused. Your mindset is going to tell you, I don't know how to do this and I don't know how to do that. But let me tell you something. When you settle yourself down and you go through your training, you get on the training, right? You get on a call, something like this. You watch some videos. You Google some things. Your mind you slow it down. You start asking some questions. Well, how can I get more consistent, right? What do I need to do? Start to slow yourselves down. We are in such a state of frustration and in such a state of flustering and being so hard on ourselves and trying to be perfect all the time that we don't understand that all of our answers are inside of us. But you got to slow it down. You got to slow it down. You're on this call for a reason. You found me for a reason. But some of you are still being resistant, right? You're being resistant, and you're still going to get off this call and say, well, I still don't know what to do. Meanwhile, I'm breaking it down for you. I just broke down 3 steps that you need to do that will take you from $0 to $10,000 in the next 90 days if you're consistent, if that's what you want to do. But if you're not consistent and you're not sure of yourself, right, another foe, being unsure of yourself is a surefire way to fail. You have everything you need, my friend, inside of you to be successful, to make $10,000 a month, to make $20,000 a month, to make $30,000 a month. One of our business partners, he just hit the $2 million mark in less than 4 years in his business. It's been about 4 years. $2 million. Another business partner just quit his job. This is what's happening inside of the online marketing space. And the steps are so simple. The steps are so simple. But it's so simple to do, but it's so simple not to do, right? It's so easy not to do it. It's so easy. Why? Because life gets in the way. We put our life before we put our business, right? Instead of saying, well, let me do at least 2 hours of my business, right? Let me get this out the way. Anytime I spend time with my family, my kids, or whatever, right? You know, I love spending time with my family. And, of course, you want to put your family first, absolutely. But you want to make sure that your business is still being run at the same time. You don't want to forsake. I have people tell me, well, I'm just dedicating the weekends to my family. And that's beautiful. But how long does it take to do something in your business? What, 2 hours, an hour to put inside the business? I just don't understand that concept, to put your business on hold. So that means if you had a regular business, right, you had a regular brick and mortar where you had to open the doors, you wouldn't open on the weekends? That's the part I don't understand. We are on the Internet. You don't need to spend 8, 10, 12, 24 hours. Just like a regular brick-and-mortar business, you have to be open from 9 in the morning to 10 at night to make sales and to bring customers inside of your store. All you need to do to write a blog post, to shoot a quick video, post it up to Facebook, post something to Instagram, right? Put content out there. You're not going to do that because you want to spend time with your family, but how does that stop you from spending time with your family? Guys, we gotta twist that. We gotta twist that normal thinking, to more abnormal. Abnormal people, successful people, spend time with their families and make money at the same time, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to tell yourself that you can't make money, you can't run a business because your family's suffering. That's not true. Don't tell yourself that. Don't tell yourself that you don't have money to get to the next level, to get the products that you need to run your business forward. That's not true, because guess what? When you don't spend money, you are going to attract people who don't spend money. You want to attract buyers. So guess what? You have to be a buyer. You want to attract people who are open to sales presentations, who are ready to buy. Why? Because you want to send them to a sales presentation so that they can buy. But people are going to do what you do, whether it's subconsciously or not. Whether you are resisting buying something because you feel you can't afford it, guess what? Guess who you're going to attract? People who are resistant to buying something because they feel that they can't afford it. I want to do it, but I can't afford it. You can't afford it. You can afford to do anything that you set your mind to. That's if you make up your mind. All right, my friends, so think about the consistencies. Think about where you've been inconsistent. Raise your hand right now as you're on this call and say, I commit to being consistent. I commit to work in my business every single day. I commit. Yes, I commit. Yes, I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm going to be successful. Yes, I'm going to make more money. Yes, I'm going to make whatever that dollar amount is for you within the next 90 days. Yes, I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm going to switch my normal thinking, to which is 97% of the population, to abnormal thinking, to weird thinking, to abundance thinking, to prosperity thinking. I am going to switch that. I'm going to turn that switch the other direction, because normal thinking gets you normal results. What are normal results? Working at somebody's job, the 2.5 kids with the picket fence, the dog running around the yard, a home loan, car loan, loans, school student loans, debt, more debt. Most of us lived a normal life. Most of us on this call, I know I did for a very long time. That was my life, normal. Now I live an abnormal life, and I want you to live an abnormal life. Step above the norm. Who cares what people say? People are gonna mock you, right? For those of you who are Christian or not religious or whatever, people are going to mock you. People are going to talk about you no matter what you do. People mock Jesus, right? We just celebrated Easter. For those of you who celebrate, I'm not a big religious person. I'm gonna be honest with you. I grew up in the church, right? I grew up Christian. I grew up in the Pentecostal church, right? But I do believe in Jesus Christ. I do believe in the manifestation of God within us is Jesus. The creation of Jesus is the manifestation of God, right? That's what I believe. And I believe we all have Jesus inside of us. Jesus lives within you. And even in the Bible, Jesus said you're going to do better things, more things than I've done, right? Greater things. Greater, that's the word he used. Greater things than I have done. So if Jesus told you that you're going to do even greater things than he has done, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Are you nervous that what people are going to say? You know what? Those same people are going to admire you when you step up and you step out of your comfort zone. So that's all for today, my friend. I want to thank you for getting on this call. If you listen to the replay, I hope this has been inspiring for you. I hope this has encouraged you. I want you to lift your hand right now, your right hand, and say, I am empowered to go forward, to be consistent, to market my business online on the internet by doing those 3 things that Danielle just spoke about on this call, because I know I can do it. All of you can do it. I believe in each and every one of you on this call. I may not even know you, or I may know you. You may be on my team. You may be one of my clients. I don't know. I don't know who's on the call today. All I know is that I'm speaking from my heart, speaking from my spirit, speaking from my unconscious, right? I'm just going on from what I know and what I feel. I feel your energy on the call, and I know you feel my energy, right? And I want you to start running your business with your energy. Myself included. There are times where I hold back. Right? So I'm committing myself. I, Danielle Howell, commit myself to living full out in my business. Full out. Because I'm committed to helping 1,000 people this year create a 6-figure income and become financially free, to be debt-free, to quit their jobs, to be home with their families. Because I know it's possible on the internet. Lawrence Tam crossed $2 million last week. My friend Jurion, he quit his job. So, and there's more and more testimonials, more successful. My business partner, Paulina, $2,000 a day, easily for her, right? So it's here. All you got to do is step into it. That's what I want to see my people do. Anybody that comes within, my space, whether it's on my online space, whether it's reading my blog, whether it's reading my emails, whatever it is, listening to my calls, whatever it is, I want you guys to be empowered and to know that you have whatever it takes inside of you. Once you get in my presence, once you surround yourself with the things that I say and the things that, that I'm learning. It's not that I'm making all this stuff up. I'm learning it as I go along, right? I've been in this industry for about a year now. It's been about a year. But in that 1 year, I've been transformed. And once you stay in this community, you will be transformed as well. Your transformation will start to take place. You will grow wings like a butterfly. I guarantee you. But you got to stay plugged in. You got to stay committed. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. You got to stay consistent. All right, my friend, it's been Danielle K. Howell. You can meet me on Facebook at Danielle K. Howell 1. And I'm so thankful to have you on the call. I'm grateful, and I hope that you got massive value out of this. And I continue to speak my life of freedom to your life, right? As my life continues to be free, your life continues to be free, and we all can live a life of freedom because that's what it's about. This is what it's about. The online marketing space gives you a life and a business at the same time. So if you're in network marketing, take your business offline, put it online. You're going to see how your life can change. Because traditional network marketing has you running around house to house, right? Online marketing, you can sit behind your computer, sit behind your phone, and make incredible income. All right, my friends, I will talk to you guys later. Have a blessed day, and I will see you on the other side.